Alright, so here is the project. So what we want to do is we want to fetch the video title. So let's say all of the videos that are available on our YouTube channel, right? With respect to the playlists. And then we want to fetch the total views for the relevant videos like this, just like in a nice tabular form. And then we want to fetch the total likes for the videos. And then we want to fetch the total number of comments for the videos. And also we want to fetch the video link as well. So this is a kind of the kind of information that we want to fetch from the YouTube and from our YouTube channel, and then we want to store this information as a CSV file, and then we want to send this CSV file, that let's call it report.csv. So we want to send this report.csv to the boss as well, right? So in order to do that, first of all, we need to get all of the video links, right? So these video links. So let's do that. Let's go into the code. So let's define the function. Let's first of all import the pandas, right? So we need pandas as PD over here. And next thing we need is we need to define a function. So we'll say define get all video links, right? Inside it we'll say API, and then we'll say channel ID. We need channel ID as well, right? So then we'll say total links. So this is an empty list that we will populate, we will append later on. Then we'll say so total playlists in, so let's say total playlist, that's it. So total playlists equals to API dot, how can we get the playlists? So we'll say get underscore, we already have done it, right? So we'll say playlist. So get underscore playlists, and here we'll say channel ID equals to channel ID, right? So we are pasting channel ID over here, and then we are mentioning that count should be none, so that it should be getting us all the playlists. So there should be no limitation over there. Then we want to fetch the length of this this list. So we'll say size. Let's call it playlist size equals to, so say total playlists dot how can we get it, dot items of 0, no, I think dot items, and then we need to get their length, right? len underscore underscore, that's it. That's how we'll get the length of we'll get the total number of playlists. And then here what we want to do is we'll say playlists equals to, so here we want to get the playlists, so we'll say total playlists dot items, right? That's it. And then we want to iterate over them. Now probably we need to write three loops. One loop will be iterating over the playlist, right? Then the next loop will be iterating over the items of playlist, and then finally a loop that will be iterating over the lists of videos, right? So let's get started. So we'll say for I in range, so ideally it should be from 0 to playlist size, right? So it should be ideally this. Since I have, let's say, I think 43 or 48 playlists on my channel, so it will be very time taking task. So let me make it initially, let me just make it for 2, okay, for 2 playlists as only. But ideally it should be like this, okay? So let me just copy and paste it over here as a comment, right? And okay, so I'm making it only for 2 playlists, right? So I'll say all playlist videos, right? So here I'm trying to get all videos from my playlist, and how I'm going to get it, I'll say API dot get playlist underscore items, right? So here I'm going to get the items from playlist, and inside the item we know that there are videos. So I'll say so first of all we need to pass the playlist underscore id. We need to pass the id of a playlist. And how can we get the id of playlist? So we'll say playlists here of I, right, dot id. That's it. That's how we'll get the id. And also we'll make the count equals to none, right? And then we'll say now we need the um, size of videos in the play. I mean, how many videos there are, total number of videos in the playlist. So we'll say number of videos. Let's say number of videos, and let's make it equals to all playlist videos, right? Dot items dot underscore length underscore function call, right? And then finally, not finally, but we'll say to iterate over the number of items, we'll say for j in range from 0 to the number of videos. Actually, it should be the number of items, right? So it should be the number of items inside the playlist. So it should be the number of items, right? Let me make it number of items. And then inside it, I'll say item by id. Now I want to fetch items one by one, and I'll say API dot get underscore playlist underscore item by id, right? And inside it, what do we need to do? We need to say playlist item underscore id equals to, so here we have to pass the item id. So we'll say all playlist videos of j, right, dot id. That's about it. And then finally, now we have each item over here, and finally we need to iterate over a final loop for the video. So we'll say for k in range from 0 to okay, so let's directly write it over here. So we'll say playlist item id, right? Yeah, I think playlist item, no, we need to pass item by id, this variable over here, right? So we need to check its length. So item by id dot items of sorry dot items, and we need to check its length. So underscore len underscore function call, and that's it. Closing the range function as well. And finally, just one final line is, which is going to be total, and finally total lengths, the list that we created over here. I know it is going to be a little bit difficult for you guys, but if you check it out in hierarchical order, that here we are fetching the playlist, then we are fetching the items from the playlist, and then we are fetching the videos from the items of playlists, right? So then it will become easy. So here we'll say dot append total lengths dot append, then we'll say so playlist so item, we'll say item by id dot items, and here we'll pass k, and then we'll say sniper. It's exactly the same thing that we have done above as well, so just in a different way. So resource id, I is capital for id, right, and d is not capital, dot video, I capital D, video id, right? And that's about it. Here we'll say return total lengths. So here by using this function, we'll be able to get all the links that we have over here in this channel, right? So in next video we'll be implementing its second part, which is going to be how can we write this data onto a CSV file, right? So let's do it in upcoming video. So the next function is going to be, let's say, name it video underscore, let's name it video data, right? And video data will receive API, and it will also receive total links, right, that we created over here, right? So inside it, what we are going to do is, first of all, we are going to create a pandas data frame. So we'll say pd dot data frame, and inside the data frame we are going to mention that we are going to have the following columns, right? So columns equals to, here we have to pass the list of columns. So first of all, we need to have title of the video, right? Then we need to have views count. Then we need to have likes count. Then we need to have comments count, and finally we need to have video link as well. Right, so we need these many columns, right? Let me try to write it in one line. Looks fine. And then simply a for loop. So for I in total links is going to be a list, right? So here what we are going to say, what we are going to do is we'll say video by ID equals to, so API dot get, I think get video by ID, that is the function, get video by ID, right? So this is the function. In this we have to pass the video ID, and from where we'll get the video ID, it will be available in I, right? It will be available in I. So I contains all the links to the videos, right? Simple. Now you can see that how simple our job has been made. Okay, so then we'll say if, just to check that if this item is not empty, so we'll say if video by ID not items is not an empty list, then only then do the following. So we'll say video underscore details, and inside it we can say video by ID items, video by ID. Actually it should be like, sorry, it should be like video by ID dot items, and then let's make it of 0, right, as usual, as we did before as well. And then we are going to convert it into a dictionary, right? Cool. Then we are going to say sorry, our data frame that we created over here. So data frame equals to data frame dot append. Now we want to add some records into the data frame, right? And records would be added in the form of dictionary. So what records do we want to add? So this information that we printed over here, we want to add this information over there as well. So let's just copy this, and we'll edit it after copying. Yeah, it looks really hairy. So first of all, we will have a video title, and video title, and then we, after video title, we'll say something like this. So this is going to be our key. Video title is going to be our key. Actually our key was different. Yeah, this is title is going to be our key, right? So, and let's change it over here. So this is going to be video title, and this is going to be, because this is more meaningful, rather than total count, it rather than count. So actually total likes, so, and then the total number of comments, right? Looks fine. Now video title, so this will be the key, and under this key we are going to paste this thing, right, as it is. And then rather than closing it, we are going to put a comma. We are going to remove this, and it will look something like this, colon, right? I think We are just formatting it so that we don't have to write it again and again, like this. So we'll make it equal to its exact name, right? And then comma. Finally, we are going to put total comments. So this is the total comment, right? And this is equals to this, and then comma will be replaced by semicolon, right? One last thing, which is the video link. So there is it is a little bit tricky. How can we create a video link? So what we'll do is we'll say video link and then colon. Here we have to create the video link. So first of all, let's go to YouTube and let's start watching any video so that we can copy the URL. So we need to copy this URL, not the whole URL, but we need to copy it until watch and uh, then this question mark, right? Let's paste it over here and then add v into it, right? V and then also add equals to into it, right? And that's it. Finally, we need to add plus I. Now this I contains the link that comes after v equals to, right? So that's about it. This I will be covered by this iterative variable. And finally, we need to write just one more thing that says that we want to ignore underscore. What is the variable? I think ignore index. Yeah, let's see. So we want to ignore the indexing, and that's it. And finally, we want to return the data frame. I know there are going to be a lot of errors in this code. So let's run this code first and then let's make another video for removing the errors. So here we'll say we already have API and let's just get the total underscore links. Sorry, total underscore links. So inside this variable, we want to get total lengths. How can we get the total lengths? Here's the method that will get us the total lengths. So inside it, we need to pass the API that we created above, and we also need to pass the channel ID, right? So it will get us the total lengths. And then let's just print the total lengths first. Okay, so we have an error over here. Where? So it says that ignore underscore index. There's an error over there. Okay, let's see. Invalid syntax. Why? It is written like that, buddy. Oh, so we need to do it not over here. So we need to do it over here, right? Like this. Let's run it. And it is running. It is giving us an error. So it says that playlist item list object is not subscriptable. So let's fix all these error in upcoming video, right? See you there. So there is some issue over here in this line. Okay, so yeah, we're subscripting it without calling items. Now it should be working fine. Let's check out rest of the code. Works fine. Yeah, here is another indentation error. This return should be over here. So it should be indented to this one, right? Looks fine over here now. Let's run it for now. Let's get the total lengths. And okay, so it is print. Okay, so I added a print statement over here. Let me remove this one. Great. So I got links for the videos, right? Now I would use these links to get the data. I would make use of this function, right? So I'll copy it. I'll paste it over here. So I'll call it, and first of all, I'll pass the API and then I'll pass the total links. And this will get me the data frame, right? It is returning a data frame. So this will get me a data frame and let me print out that data frame. So let's run it. And if it will run without any error, then we'll save this data frame as CSV, and here we go. So we've got 5 videos, and inside those 5 videos we have got video titles, total counts, total views. So it should be total count, rather total view count, right? So and then total likes, then total comments, and then video count, video link, right? So this is a proper working link of the relevant video. Now what do we want to do is we'll say data frame dot to underscore, we want to write it in a CSV format, so we'll say .csv, and here let's write the name of this file. Let's call it report.csv, right? And let's run it again. It is running, you can see it is running, and let's go to our folder. It will create a new file over here, report.csv, right? Let me refresh it. Still running? No, it is done. So where is the CSV file? Okay, where I created this YouTube automation file, I forgot that. Okay, so here is my YouTube automation file. So here it has created the report.csv file as well. So if we open this file, we'll see that it will, it contains the whole report. So it contains the title, video title, it contains the total count, total like, total comments, and also the video link as well. Now you can do it for all of the videos that are available on your channel. All you have to do is you have to replace this to with playlist size, right? The only difference it would make, it would take a longer time, right? So but it will get you the details of all the videos that are available inside your playlists. So this is how now we are done with the part 1 of this project, and part 2 is very simple, and you should be able to do it. Now the only thing that you have to do is you have to send this report file via email, right? And in probably third module of this course, I told you how to attach a CSV file in an email, right? So I'm not going to implement that part of this project, so I hope that you guys will be able to do it now. So best of luck for your YouTube automation. We'll see you in next video, in which we are going to automate Facebook.